Giving the ball away very, very easily again on the edge of the box. And Leko, who was the most attacking of the three central midfield players, had a good effort there that just gone past the post. That's his best shot at goal so far.
That's the number 7, Vulic. 18, Leko. Closed down a bit quicker that time. Vulic again. He rediscovered his appetite. Muzza. Vulic again. Here he is. Not the best ball he's played this evening. But look how long they have to wait to get possession back. All of 5 or 6 seconds before Lalic goes down. After the challenge from Tavel.
Well, it's a silly challenge from Tavel because he's given a free kick away in a dangerous position. And we've already seen in the first half that they can score from set plays.
Well, we're about to see whether or not they can add to it. This is Josep Skoko with the free kick for Хайдук Split. And it goes near post, just wide. Again, just getting in front of his marker. And Mizleki this time.
It was a good ball in, and he couldn't quite direct it on target there, Tim, but it was actually a very good cross in and a powerful header, but no accuracy.
Well, already 3 minutes gone, 2 chances. Vuko just failing to keep his feet. The challenge of Tavel. The last years have not been kind to Malmö either. They've not won a championship since 1989. That era, of course, their most successful time with Roy Hodgson. They've employed a succession of coaches since, trying to rediscover that winning formula. And it's a real strange league in Sweden this year because the league... This is Vulic. Vuko. Skoko does well to create space for himself. And that was a good turn as well by Baturina. And again, more good work. And we saw him do it from a situation he had no right to get anywhere near the goal from in the first half. And he almost did it again there, Jerry.
He's done ever so well. His first touch was good with a lot of pressure and got a shot off as well. I've got to add though, Tim, it didn't hit the target. And I would like to see him hit the target.
On the chase through there was Kindval. Again, once you look at the clubs that have congregated for the first round proper of this competition, it is, oh, the slice gun goes back. That's going to be a corner. It's a very strong competition once again this season, the UEFA Cup.
I think it's always been strong, and there's always a few surprises thrown up, but at the moment tonight, the surprise for me is the fact that Hadžić Split are only winning 1-0. And I actually feel if it stays that way, Ivan Katalinic will be very disappointed. They should be 2 or 3 goals up at this stage, and I think he'll be looking to strengthen the scoreline before they go for the second leg to Malmö.
Well, plenty of push and shove stood there on the edge of the keeper's line. Sverrisson. Gumarsson swings it in. And they get another chance. And that wasn't a bad delivery, that, from Gumason.
Actually, a very good delivery, Tim, and possibly their best opportunity to score is from set plays, as we said in the first half. And I wonder, can he put one just as good as that one in?
Here it comes again, Gumason. That it wasn't that bad as well. Again, lots of pace on the ball, lots of curl, just not enough height that time. But they get yet another chance to come from the opposite side. Gumason makes his way across again. Goes deeper this time. And eludes all, and a chance for a swift counter-attack here now. And that's going to be a free kick. Baturina. Unfairly challenged by Tielanda. As we have a substitution made.
I wonder who they're going to take off, Tim.
Well, according to our records, Bosko Anic is the number 13. In fact, he is. There you go.
Sablajic.
So, number 13 making his way on, Bosko Anic. Baturina. Oh, look at it, does really well again, and once more, just at the vital moment, fails to produce.
He's done well to a point, Tim, for me tonight. I think his forward movement's been good, his touch has been good, but he should have scored and could have scored 2 or 3 goals, and that's the only thing that's let him down at the moment. But he's still got time, obviously, to redeem himself in the final 30-35 minutes.
Well, he's a new player in this side this season, Baturina. Here's Vulic. And well read this time by Olsen. Olsen back again. Baturina stays on the edge of the penalty area. This is Vuko. And no problem for Simunovic. Well, Vuko's still just 22 years of age. Croatian under-21 international. Well, they had to be wary there. There was a man over, and it was Pavlovic. And if the ball had found its way through to him, there was nobody between he and Gabric in the Хайдук goal. That's Kindval, just getting out of your picture there, the number 11. This is Lalic. A good play by Lalic, and Kindval was just leaning into his man, but really great piece of footwork there by Lalic. We've not seen much of Mujza making his way forward in this half, Jerry.
Yeah, and there's space down that left-hand side. I think he put one cross in a minute into the second half, and he's played a little bit deeper. I've also noticed that they've played two up front in the second half, Malmö, whereas Kinval was on his own most of the first half, and maybe he's been dragged back in.
Leko's cross. Vulic. And another chance to test the Malmö goal with another set play. Now, there are plenty of dead ball strikers in this side.
It's possibly a little bit too far out, but he's going to have a crack now.
Oh, that was rather wasted by Skoko. Kinval makes a run into the middle, so there was Pavlovic, and that was Gumason who took a high challenge. Very observant, these cameramen, aren't they?
I think on that one there, when it was played over the top, I don't think... I think it was actually Gudmundsson who made the chase. I don't think he could have got on the end of it, but he was trying to be brave, and he nearly got his head kicked off for his trouble. But they're starting to try and push an extra player forward, put a little bit more pressure on Hayduke.
Tilander. Well, they haven't had an awful lot of defending to do through the middle of the field, and defensively so far, Hayduke Split. Were perhaps entering a little alien territory, but they need to pick up the momentum again. When they do so, they've worried. Oh, that's another great turn by Baturina into the penalty area. He goes, down he goes. That won't impress the referee. I think he's held off sterner challenges than that so far this evening, so we know he can do more. Lalic looking for Vuko. Is Leggy across. 7 is Gumason. I don't want to leave him too far alone for too long in a forward position. That was a very late challenge, that was. And the referee will have a word with Leggy. Now from distance, Tilander. Number 3 is Persson. And for number 12, the big physical presence in there was Pavlovic, but he's not going to get a chance because they're going to try a long-range effort. And it was rising all the way. And 2 more substitutions. Miladin is about to make his way on. And coming off is Lalic, the number 20, to be replaced by 21. As the pack is shuffled once more in the search for more goals. A bigger cushion to take to Sweden in a couple of weeks' time. It's good chest control again. Vuko! And it looked for a moment as if he'd escaped his man.
I think there might have been a little handball there. First touch was good, over the top. Defenders made a mistake, good first touch, but as it drops, I think he maybe used his hand and he pushed up. There it is, just left hand coming across, and the referee has seen
great skill.
And the referee spotted it straight away. He's fortunate not to get a yellow card for that.
There's nobody in the penalty area just yet. Arriving now is Vuko. Baturina was just behind, missed both of them.
We were just saying Mujda hasn't pushed forward in the last 20 minutes, and that was a great run and a good ball in.
Well, we saw him often in the first half, not often enough in the second. 21 is Miladin. That's good play by Miladin. And brought on to give a little extra width. Similar player to Lalic. Operates in the same position. Just kept in play by Baturina. Should be I was going to say should be no problem for the keeper. But expect the unexpected when he's around. He doesn't exactly inspire you with a whole lot of confidence, does he, Simeonovic?
No, he hasn't had an awful lot of shots to save, but what he's had to do, he hasn't looked comfortable. I mean, the cross itself for the goal was an in-swinger. It was a great one, but he never got near it. And the injection of the substitutions has just lifted them a little bit now, and Haydouk have raised their game, and they've gone up another gear, Tim, and I think we could see a second goal coming soon.
Well, it looked to have been a good challenge, but the referee has given a free kick to Malmö. Leko's challenge on Gumason Tilanda. Diving clearance by for Mierzlecki. And the cross to cover. Once again, the crowd begin to get behind their side. We said it a couple of times, the atmosphere inside here is intimidating, to say the least, as Gabric comes to guide that ball away from danger's way. Before it goes back in there, looks as though there was an offside there. The linesman's flag stayed down, or the assistant referee's flag stayed down. But not on that occasion. Neither of these sides have won the UEFA Cup, furthest Malmö have got. Second round in 1980, 82 and 89. Were you part of the Tottenham team that won in 84, or had you left by then?
I'd left by then. I had actually went to Watford and then moved on to Spain in 1983, so I was playing at Palma de Mallorca in 84. The climate's better there, Tim.
Fantastic night though that was in White Hart Lane though.
I was with them in spirit, don't worry about that, I was with them in spirit.
This is Mujda. It's not as if he's had a whole lot more to occupy his mind deep inside his own half, really, in this second half. He just hasn't been forward as often, well, perhaps as we'd like to see him anyway. 15 is Skoko. Miladin, 21, the substitute. Vulic, who's been another who's playing the first 35 minutes, was not far short of exceptional, but since then he's only periodically been in the game. Well, the longer the game goes on, as we said, as we approach the 70-minute mark, it's not looking like a bad scoreline at the moment for Malmö.
I think they'll be very happy that they're only losing 1-0. Second leg to come. I certainly feel they can play a lot better at home than they have here.
Miladin, 18 is Leko. Miladin is behind, but they couldn't get the ball to him quickly enough. Challenge by Mierzlecki. Brings the whistle of the referee once again, as Kindval goes to the floor. Free kick taken by Persson, not a good free kick.
Oof.
Now through the middle, this is got to be a chance, this is surely number 2. Oh, what a miss by Vuko. done all the hard work. Great through ball though by Skoko.
Great through ball, and I thought he did everything right, Vuko. He's actually hit the target, but the goalkeeper, to be fair to him, has made a good save. He spread himself and he's made a good save. So the keeper's been tested, and he's kept the scoreline 1-0, and that could be a very, very important save he's made tonight.
Miladin back to Leko. Now that's a good turn. Still there, Baturina. And he's got such ability to hold off his man and turn.
Good with his back to goal, and good when he can feel the defender. Turns him very, very quickly.
Oh, why haven't they supplied him with that type of ball more often? Here he is again, does well again to turn and get across in. Well, I'm sure that his performance, although he said he hasn't actually put the ball in the back of the net, won't have gone unnoticed by a few of the people these days looking around Europe for possible bargains. Miladin to the byline. Gets a good ball in, Miladin, and there's still nobody there. Now, in the first half, that really would have been the position that Mujta would have been in.
Well, that's what I was saying. I actually expected him to be there. I was hoping he would just pop up, and he's obviously starting to play a lot deeper, and they certainly could have done with him pushing on there, gapping space at the back post.
Well, I don't think we're exaggerating when you say that they could really have won this game by 5-0, and I think that's being generous.
Yes, but in every game you play, you know that the team, the home team, or whoever the dominant team are, they're not going to dominate for the full 90 minutes. And Malmьо are having a better spell at the moment, and if they can get a goal from nothing, and maybe a spell where they've got into the game for 10 minutes, I think Hajduk Split will be very, very disappointed.
Well, if you want to know what it would take to switch the volume here to nothing at all, it would be a goal by Malmьо. Goodness, and that's a good ball, and there's danger here, and it is an equalising goal. They look to the linesman momentarily, but there's no flag. On the three that have followed them here.
Well, it's like we said, you know, Bjornsson has got the Bjornsson's got the goal, the all-important goal, and it's a away goal, and it's really gonna put a dent in Hajduk Split. But like we said, little 1-2, got himself behind the defence and buried it hard and low underneath the goalkeeper, the advancing goalkeeper, Gabrick.
Well, they can hardly believe it, and neither can we. I mean,
we did say a few moments ago they're going to have a spell, and they're starting to play a little bit better.
Well, I think we'd only just put the full stop on the sentence, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's 1-1 then. Well, it's quite ironic that both goals have come from defensive players. Dragovic in the first half, Bjarnason in the second. This is Leko. Well, the nerves may be just about to be setting in now amongst the Hajduk players. They've given it their best shot here.
Their body language doesn't look good at the moment. They look really disappointed, Tim. Just looking at them now, they've got to get a goal somewhere quickly and back into the game.
Well, they weren't far away there. Well, Skoko's had a few efforts on goal from distance, and that was the best of them. And another change. Number 6, Serik.
Well, this is a guy actually expected to come on a lot earlier than this, and they're hoping he's going to turn the game. Anthony Serik, and he really has got some quality. He's got a great left foot, and let's see, can he turn the game for him? But who's going to come off for him, Tim?
Well, maybe either Baturina or Vuko. Miladin. Would you criticise Hajduk in any way for not getting the ball forward enough, quickly enough, to the likes of Baturina?
I would criticise them for not getting enough players into the box when they've had good possession. And I think we said that 4 or 5 times in the first half, where good crosses have come in and not enough players in the box. And it's Leko actually who's going to come off Tim.
The number 18, Ivan Leko. And a big cheer for Serik, born in Australia, naturalised Croatian. Well, you could say that Malmö have played the perfect European game, although they might concede here. Well, Tilander once again.
His first touch has let him down so many times tonight, and he's got away with it. That's a third occasion.
Well, Serik could have got onto the score sheet within about 30 seconds of coming on the field of play. I was about to say, it is almost the perfect performance by Malmö. They've soaked up every piece of pressure that Хайдук have thrown at them. They've conceded a goal and they've hit them on the counter-attack, and they've got the away goal.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you come away from home, you want to keep it tight, and they've defended deeply, and they've not defended well in occasions, but they've hung in there, they've battled away at 1-0 down. And I thought for about 5 or 6 minutes just before they scored, they looked as if they were starting to stir themselves and starting to get back into the game and create a little bit going forward. They got their goal.
Well, there's a danger that they might get something here as well. Guðmundsson's over the ball, number 7, and we know certainly that he has got reasonable striking ability. Tialander's there as well. And that's not a bad effort, and the keeper can't stop it first time, and it has to be swept away. And they almost got caught again. Tilander once more. Well, his first touch and control defensively isn't a great deal to speak about, but his dead ball's ability is pretty good.
He's hit it well, but this is a simple save for Gabric, and he's made a mess of it.
Well, both goalkeepers, when they've been put under pressure, anything but infallible.
Well, the fact that Ivan Katalinic was a goalkeeper himself, I don't think he'd be too happy with Gabric's efforts there.
Miladin's ball in, and was that a touch with the hand as well? No, they're still going.
Oh.
And once again, it looked to be, as he went to the floor, possible touch with the hand. Vuka was there, so too was Baturina. They were both there. 21, Miladin again. They get a chance to set a good cross in this time. It doesn't get any height on the ball, and once more, nobody following up. Vulic, who was there in the first half, has not been there in the second. And Mujza, well, has been a really disappointing feature, because it's not as if Tilander or Tavel have been charging down the flank to keep Mujza occupied, really, is it?
It doesn't seem to be. He was actually in the box and the ball never reached him. It was a poor cross, to be honest, Tim, from Milanda. I thought it was a poor ball into the box, and they actually had two or three white shirts in there to aim for, and he decided to put a poor ball in.
"13 minutes remain here for Хайдук to get back in front. Even 2-1 is not really the greatest scoreline to be taking away with you. Baturina. Now Baturina continues his run if they can feed the ball through to him. There was nobody around him, but they get the free kick. And a foul by Mattisson. Skoko it was going down. He left to Vulic. Spreads it out wide. Underneath us here is Miladin rather. And Miladin can shoot as well. 15. Skoko. That's another good turn again. Now Miladin behind, just waiting for the ball. Now teasing his man, gets away. Good ball across, and again it eludes everybody. Once more, Malmö living on the edge, and again, needlessly given away possession. Miladin once more has a chance to set it up, and Malmö conceding, putting themselves under pressure, giving away the corner. There's Skoko. '13 is Anic, not seen much of him since he's come on, goes near post, looking for Anic, and the referee's whistle is just about to go.
He went down in stages, didn't he? Both of them. I think it was a calamity of errors.
Still pressure on Malmö. And a reminder that this is the beginning of a big European week of football here on Eurosport Live. Champions League tomorrow evening. Inter Milan against Skonto Riga. Certainly not an easy game for Inter. Not too difficult, but they can't afford to take things lightly. Now Malmö making their way forward here. Yeah, seem to be stuck in a time warp, waiting for Kindval to make his way forward. That was Pavlovic. Bayern Munich's opening game tomorrow night also. Full highlights of that. After the Inter Milan game, they play Oblic, and on Thursday, Partizan Belgrade against Dinamo Betumi in the Cup Winners' Cup. Almost managed to set Miladin through. This is Mierzlecki. Baturina. 15 is Skoko. Being forced back, everybody is behind the ball once again now for Malmö. And they'll sit back and wait. Allow them all the time of possession that they want. Not around the penalty area. And another substitution about to be made, this time for Malmö. Number 17, Tepevski is coming on. And going off, one of the strikers, Niklas Kindval, one of the top scorers last season. Well, he will see, hopefully for the home supporters, a bit more of the game in the home leg.
I think Kindval would like to see more of the ball in the home leg as well. He's worked hard, but he's not really had a lot of opportunities. And there's a lot of frustration just creeping into the Hajduk team at the moment. I think finding themselves at 1-1, they look very frustrated. And there's a purpose and an urgency now about Malmö because they've got themselves back level. And they'd love to take that scoreline away to Sweden for the second leg.
There was Anic just moving into your picture there. And a safe piece of handling from Simeonovic. They've got to be careful, especially in these dying moments as they push players forward, Jerry.
Well, that was the point I was making about being a little bit anxious, and I think they're starting to take a gamble. I think they know 1-1's not a great result from the home leg, and they're anxious to try and make amends. They're anxious to score goals, and they're pushing players forward. And if they get caught on the break, they could suddenly find themselves 2-1 down.
Baturina. Vuko goes to the near post. 21 is Miladin on the far post. Plenty of red shirts back though defending. That's a poor cross. Miladin. Vulic. Vuko. Baturina's in there, but again, look at that, Jerry. Just when that cross was about to come in, he was the only one on the edge of the 6-yard area.
That's the point I made. That's the point I made, because on occasions Vulic has gone out wide to the left and Baturina's gone to the right, and they've put the crosses in, and there's only one striker still in the box. You've got to get more attacking midfield players in on the end of the crosses.
Graciously allowing them a drink. And some defending to do here. One only on the line, along with the goalkeeper, Simeonovic. Well, the keeper comes and just flaps at it. And luckily for him, there wasn't much in the way of a physical presence in there to try and put him under pressure.
He doesn't give me any confidence watching him coming for crosses like that.
Miladin. Does well to get a ball in.
Oh.
Well, again, living on the edge once more as Anic almost finds a way through. And it's ironic that the most dangerous player in the past 5 or 6 minutes again has been looking like Braktovic, who's been making his way forward and lending his presence to the attack.
The only time they get 5 or 6 players in the box is when they've got a corner kick or a free kick.
Which, considering the way that they lined up before tonight, is a bit of a surprise. This is Miladin. Again, the usual two are in there, Baturina and Vuko, but it doesn't come anywhere near them. Well, not just yet. The linesman's flag stays down. This is Baturina. Not a bad cross. Nobody there, though, once again. Oh, we were talking about the formation beforehand. 2 markers at the back, a sweeper, 5 in midfield, and the 2 up front. But they got, oh, look at that again. He does really well at times.
You can't get tied to this guy, Baturina. He loves it when he can feel the defender behind him. He just rolls them and turns either way. He's got very good close control.
But what happened with the tactical approach? Because there was plenty of available players coming through the middle of the field, but they just seemed to be slow to getting forward to support.
They didn't push on at all when the crosses were coming in. As I said in the first half, on 3 or 4 occasions, they needed another midfield player or 2 to take a gamble and push up and support the front men.
Free kick to be taken by Skoko. There he is, number 23, Vuko, and that's going to be too near the keeper, is it? No, they do well to get to the back post, but he's going to win himself a corner as well in the process, so good play. I think it's fair to say that they deserve a second goal, Jerry, do you think?
They deserve to be in front, certainly in this game, but they're not, and that's the way the cards have been dealt. Oh.
And it's still not clear. The goalkeeper was in 2 minds as to whether to come or to stay. And Dan clutching his head, Mislecki. And he's another one who's put himself about when he's got forward.
Well, again, you know, a set play, they can get the big lads up. And it was a good ball deep to the far post, headed back into the danger area, the 6-yard box. And to be fair, Mislecki was trying to get on the end of it, and he probably got a clout on the head for his troubles.
Still 3 more minutes for Malmö to hang on here. This is Miladin. Slips his man now, needs a good delivery from Miladin. And it's not really a gain. There was plenty of space on the far side there as well, wasn't there? And Mujda, as we've said so often before, who was there in the first half, hasn't been there in the second.
They've only themselves to blame for the amount of play they've had, Tim, and the amount of opportunities. They should have had the game sewn up in the first half, and they didn't take their opportunities. When you're only 1-0 down, it's never enough. 1-0's never enough. It's a poor score line.
As Leckie finds Miladin once again. Oof. And slice. Simirovic kick. So Pesky held off by Miladin, doing good defensive work there. Final minute. Hayduck going to get the victory that of at least the first hour of their play deserved.
Well, it leaves the game very finely poised for the second leg, and it could go either way in the second leg if it's still 1-1. It could go either way, because I think technically Hajduk are a much better side, but with home advantage, Malmö will certainly make a great game of it.
Promises to be a fascinating return this in 2 weeks' time. It's been a pretty entertaining game tonight as well. Sverrilson. 2 minutes of injury time to play. Swept away by Baturina. He slowed down his run. Vuko was free on the near side, and that was good play in the middle of the field, and that was unintentional, surely, and he'll milk this now for all it's worth.
Skoko had 4 opportunities. He took 4, 5, 6 touches, Tim, before he would release the ball, and he had loads of opportunities to release the ball and didn't. And I think that was a little bit of frustration that he lost the ball, and it looks like he's just caught him on the nose. But he'll live to fight another day.
But if we look forward to the replay, or the second leg rather, in 2 weeks' time, I mean, with Malmö as a more attacking force, it's going to leave a little more space at the back, of course. Possibly that Baturina in particular will be able to exploit. So
yeah,
I'd be favourites going into
different
the second.
tactics, different game. The pressure's going to be on Malmö. They're the home team, and you're absolutely right. They could go straight up the other end, and if they've got their shooting boots on next week or the following week, they could actually score 2 or 3 goals. I mean, it's very, very finely poised, as we said earlier.
As we wait, of course, for the European elite to make their way into this tournament, nobody's going to be too worried. I wouldn't have thought about meeting either of these two sides.
No, I think any of the decent sides would beat both of them on their day without any problems. Still makes it interesting, though.
I was going to say, allowing time to measure up a shot. Skoko was there once again. It's Lecky trying to spread play wide. Just a couple of seconds remaining for Хайдук, maybe one last twist of drama in this game to snatch a victory. And a reminder again that if you're just joining us, then we've more live football tomorrow night in the Champions League. Inter Milan against Skonto Riga, followed by Bayern Munich's match against FC Obelich, and that is it. Well, groans ring around the stadium and whistles. The final score: Hajduk Split 1, Malmö 1. Split taking the lead through Brakovic's goal in the first half, right at the death, and it looked as if it was going to set us up for an all-action display in the second half. Sadly, it didn't happen, and they were caught by the sucker punch and a Bjarnason equaliser. And Jerry, Malmö got off lightly here.
Well, they're hugging each other, they're pleased. They know they've got out of jail in the first half, but they've got a result, a good result, a great result after the first 45 minutes. Frans Thijssen will be very, very pleased. The Hajduk players will be absolutely gutted that they didn't bury them in the first half.
Well, for Hajduk Split there, Jerry, they're going to be a little disappointed, but as we said, if they keep to their game plan, what they did here, they should have equally as many chances in 2 weeks' time.
Absolutely, because I don't think Malmö's defence is particularly good, and I think they'll have lots of opportunities in the second leg.
Well, as the crowd drift away on a very